Recently, Quackity did a lore stream. During the stream, we learned of Foolish's dark past, we met Slimecicle and learned his origins, and we watched Quackity as he tries to recruit members to his new nation, Las Nevadas. So today I'll be theory crafting and analyzing the cinematography and lore of the stream. If you enjoyed any part of this video, make sure to subscribe. It's crazy how one button can change a person's life, so make sure to subscribe. If you haven't watched the stream, let me give you a bit of a summary. The stream starts with a time lapse of Las Nevadas getting built from the ground up. We then see Quackity inside of Dream's cell, and we get a glimpse into how Quackity actually tortures Dream. Quackity begins explaining how he now has a country to run, and he can't be bothered with torturing Dream anymore. All Quackity asks of Dream is to write a letter to Technoblade, telling him to visit. Dream doesn't comply, making Quackity switch to more violent methods of persuasion.
How's that feel, Dream? How's that feel?
Please stop!
Alright, then don't fuck around
I'll write it, I will write it!
Great.
What do you want it to say?
Coming to an understanding. I love it. Alright, this is what you're gonna do. Open up the book and write... Dear Technoblade.
Next, we cut to a rainy night. We then see a village surrounded in lava and foolish gamers watching the chaos unfold as villagers scream around him. We then cut to a diner in Las Nevadas, and Awesome Dude and Quackity are discussing who they should have join the country. Quackity suggests inviting Foolish, although Awesome Dude is reluctant, saying he knows that Foolish has a tendency to be violent. Quackity leaves the diner, dead set on recruiting Foolish. Quackity arrives at Foolish's base and offers him the opportunity to join Las Nevadas. Foolish disagrees, saying he is content with the life he has now. Quackity then reminds Foolish of his chaotic and violent past. Quackity then tells Foolish that he let him die at the Red Banquet.
I watch you die. You wanna know? Die. I watch you die, Foolish.
This then gets Foolish mad, which then prompts Quackity to try and invite him to Las Nevadas once again. Foolish manages to remain calm and declines the offer. This angers Quackity and causes him to start lashing out and insulting Foolish.
You used to be big. You used to be great with everything you did. And now you are nothing but an empty shell. You are to be feared from the outside, but on the inside, everybody knows you were just a builder.
We then cut to a documentary, seemingly filmed in the 1900s of the Dream SMP, about how slimes have the ability to morph into anything they want. We then cut to a scene where Quackity glides down to the Las Nevadas diner in the middle of the night, and we see him set up a trap to try to kill the cook. He then spots a slime block out of the corner of his eye. When he goes and checks on the slime block, we see that it's actually Slimecicle. Quackity knocks Slimecicle unconscious and begins questioning him. We then learn that Slimecicle has been following Quackity for quite some time, and that he's been unknowingly spying on other people throughout the entire SMP. The scene ends with Quackity planning to use Slimecicle as a tool to spy on others. We cut to 1 week before the Red Banquet. Quackity, wanting to take down the egg, teams up with Awesome Dude to find Purpled. Quackity then decides the only way to get his attention is by blowing up Purpled's base. As Quackity is placing TNT on Purpled's UFO, he logs onto the server inside of the UFO.
Sam.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't kill you right now.
Quackity is able to negotiate with Purple, and they plan to defeat the egg with Technoblade. After the egg is defeated, Quackity double-crosses Purple and blows up his UFO right in front of his eyes. Quackity then offers Purple a place to stay in Las Nevadas, seeing as he no longer has a home. Purple declines the offer and runs away, disappearing once again. We then cut to Fundy. He appears to be living in the woods nowadays, when he wakes up from his sleep and finds himself once again inside of his own mind. This time, we see blown up Lemamberg inside a mesa biome. Fundy is greeted by Quackity, and Quackity begins reminding Fundy of all the things they used to do in L'Manberg. Quackity then asks Fundy to join him, saying that he has plans. He tells Fundy that L'Manberg doesn't matter, and that his old memories don't matter. Quackity slowly creeps into the darkness, urging Fundy to join him. As Quackity begins counting down, and the timer reaches 0, Fundy wakes up to find Quackity at his door once again. Before the stream ends, we then see Wilbur Soot, now revived, reading Quackity's letter. We then see Wilbur and Quackity meet up in Las Nevadas, and the stream ends. Now, a lot of things happened, and I wasn't really left with any questions, but more so analysis and theories. So one thing that's definitely going to happen is the fall of Las Nevadas. It just started, and it's already made enemies of Purpled and Foolish, two of the strongest fighters in the SMP. Turns out, when your recruitment method is blowing up a person's base and insulting them, they usually don't become your allies. Although Quackity did recruit Fundy and Slimecicle, and he'll probably recruit Wilbur Soot, seeing that ending scene. Also, I just wanted to point out, it's really nice to see Slimecicle become an actual character in the Dream SMP, and he appears to be a new source of comedic relief since the Dream SMP has been so serious lately. So a bit of analysis. When watching Quackity torture Dream, Dream still has the courage to attempt and try to take Quackity's axe, showing how no matter what Dream has been through, he still hasn't lost his skill and knows to take an opportunity he gets to escape. Something I noticed is how Quackity has treated his friends. When Awesome Dude is asking who they should invite to Las Nevadas, Quackity completely ignores Awesome Dude's suggestion of the former El Rapid members, George, Sapnap, and Carl, his former friends. This kind of shows how Quackity has lost a bit of his sensitive side, slowly turning into an unfeeling monster like Wilbur. Seeing how Quackity and Wilbur are slowly paralleling each other, we might even see a villain duo. I have a theory that Quackity might be suffering from a bit of PTSD ever since Technoblade gave him that scar. Quackity was uneasy about the new cook at the diner, and proceeded to try and kill him. Quackity also wanted to recruit Foolish because of his violent past. Quackity stated that he wanted extra protection and extra manpower. I believe he wanted this extra security to feel safer, and when Foolish did not agree to join Quackity, he lashed out, afraid that if he couldn't find safety sooner, he would be in trouble. The fact that Quackity is uneasy and wary about everything is supported by the fact that he immediately knocked out Slimecicle, and Slimecicle is literally the nicest person we met in a while. Now we arrive at Fundy's Mind, Part 2. Fundy's Mind is meant to predict the events of the future, but it also shows us how Fundy has viewed L'Manberg. Fundy sees L'Manberg in ruin, just as we do, but Fundy cherishes the good days of L'Manberg, unlike Quackity, who appears to feel as though L'Manberg never mattered in the grand scheme of things. Everything that they did didn't matter. All the blocks they placed didn't matter, because in the end, it was all destroyed. As Quackity is standing there, inside of the remains of Eric's tower, we see him standing in the shadows. Quackity then proceeds to convince Fundy to join him as he moves further into the darkness. This is a pretty obvious symbol showing us how, throughout this entire stream, Quackity has been luring others into the dark. Quackity's actions are shady and mysterious, warranting the writers to put Quackity in the shadow as he is luring Fundy to join him. Quackity, in the pursuit of becoming like Wilbur, has been consumed by darkness, and it appears as though he is blind to what he is doing. He doesn't really understand what his actions are doing to affect others, like Purpled and Foolish. In the future, I believe because of these actions, Quackity will eventually lose his closest ally, Awesome Dude. And now that he basically has a form of government, he'll even lose his country to the Blade. But that's just the theory. A Dream SMP theory, subscribe. I swear I wasn't trying to copy Matpat, please.